Hey guys, it's me, your best friend Jimmy. Today I've come all the way to Singapore and I'll be visiting the biggest shopping mall in Singapore, and it's called Vivocity. I've been told that the shopping malls in Singapore, they have amazing foods that are local to Singapore, and it's just very different from other countries. Well, let's go inside the shopping mall, find out exactly what they have, what they taste like, and how much they are too. I have a feeling that the foods in a shopping mall will be very good, just because in Singapore, you don't really walk outside because the weather here is so hot, and it's just a much more pleasant experience to be indoors where it's 100% air conditioned. So I've come to their basement level. It looks like they have a food court-like area here. Okay, I'm here at the franchise that about half of Singaporean population asked me to go to, and it's called Kun Kaya Toast.
As the name suggests, they're known for their Kaya Toast, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. So in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, this type of coffee shop that sells simple food with coffee is called kopi tiam, which means coffee shop. It's something that I've learned to really love after visiting these countries.
Okay, thank you. So what I got in my set is two half-boiled eggs and a coffee.
So I got their kopi, which is apparently their most popular kind of coffee, and it has condensed milk and sugar in it.
They also give you soy sauce and white pepper, and you're supposed to add that to the egg.
Thankfully, I received some education from my Singaporean friends and I knew what to do with these.
Oh my god, that was too much. I think that's okay. I'm Korean, I like it salty. White pepper. Oh, was that too much?
And I did all that just for this Kaya Toast.
Well, this looks like a perfect Singaporean breakfast. So what you're supposed to do with the egg, like I was saying, you want to add the soy sauce and the pepper to it, and just kind of like break it. Break and mix things up. I think I made a mistake of adding too much soy sauce. Anyway, you can just kind of scoop it up and eat it. What you can also do is to grab this Kaya Toast and dip it in that. Like that. Wow, it's actually amazing. Wow.
So by now, some of you guys must be wondering, what is Kaya Toast?
Let me show you what they got inside. So they have a little slice of butter. The butter tastes really nice, by the way. And this kind of green, brown looking glue, that's the Kaya jam that makes everything special. The main ingredient for Kaya is probably coconut and sugar. So you could say it's coconut jam. It's a very Southeast Asian thing, especially popular in Singapore. People here seem to really like it.
I just love the contrast of soy sauce and the sweetness of the Kaya Toast.
They also have pandan leaves and Kaya, which adds to the flavor. Now the bread itself, I don't think it's that far from one of those supermarket sliced bread. But what makes it a little more special is the fact that they cut the single slice of bread in half, so that the bread to butter to Kaya ratio is like almost 1:1:1, if you know what I mean. So the bread feels mostly crispy, and every time you take a bite, you just get a lot of Kaya and butter with it. Pretty amazing. Their coffee, in comparison, doesn't feel as unique. This just feels like coffee with lots of cream and lots of sugar. Maybe if I come next time, I'll try their tea option. Fantastic, I loved it. They have a store named Nasty Cookie. That sounds smelly as hell. Well, I didn't really want to, but I haven't tried McDonald's in Singapore before. Might as well try while I'm here. I heard that they have their own special things. Here's my satay chicken burger combo. So they have their special crisp cut fries or waffle fries. And I also noticed that they have a special kind of McFlurry, which is coconut McFlurry. And of course, the ultimate international source of pleasure, Coca-Cola. I'd like to start with the fries. That looks good to me. Smells really nice. So unlike their typical fries, it has a lot of pepper flavor, and it feels a little more drenched in oil. I would have liked it being a little lighter and crispier, but it's pretty crispy. Enough for me to appreciate. Satay chicken burger. I think it's their limited seasonal menu. I think their goal is to replicate satay, the chicken skewers, so it has peanut sauce in it too. I haven't had it yet, but it's a little bizarre to me how they have cucumbers in it. Lots of peanut sauce with it, so I like that. Without the cucumbers, it's just grilled chicken and a good amount of peanut sauce and a pretty sad amount of onions. I mean, it does kind of taste like chicken satay. Do I like it? I'm not really sure. I like their other burgers better, I think. The ingredient quality of the chicken and the peanut sauce, they felt good. I just don't like them in my burger. Let's try this Oreo McFlurry coconut flavor. I feel like coconut flavor in almost anything tastes good, and this is coconut flavored ice cream with Oreo. So how bad could it be? And I obviously like this one a lot. Looks like I'm a pretty basic guy though, because my favorite here was their crisp cut fries.
So I think it's fair to say that at least based on the items that I've had, McDonald's in Singapore is okay.
Okay, I wasn't like blown away by the McDonald's, but it was pretty good. So here's something that is very interesting about Singapore, and it's the fact that it's a very, very safe country, kind of like Korea. So in a food court that is completely full like this, it is hard to find yourself a table. So once you do, you want to take that spot, right? And what they do is they leave their little stuff. I think in this case, it's a wallet, and that is to let people know that someone's sitting here. Well, it doesn't have to be anything valuable like a wallet, because just because it's a safe country doesn't mean there are zero crimes. But it's just kind of cool to see how safe people feel in this country. Here's something else that I found that looks really good. So I heard really great things about Claypot rice, and they seem to have that here. These look very interesting. I'm gonna have to have that. So there's our Claypot rice. So this one that I got has sausage, chicken, mushrooms, and dried fish. I think because of the dried fish, it smells a little fishy. I hope it tastes good.
And to be honest, it was very salty for me, perhaps too salty. To be fair, this is a food court version of a Claypot rice, which would be comparable to a food court bibimbap in Korea. So I wouldn't consider this to be an accurate representation of Claypot rice. It's not bad, but the overall feel of the ingredients and how they go together, it just didn't feel like a real restaurant level. Well, that wasn't too satisfying, so I wanted to try something else that's Singaporean. So what I got is this noodle, and it comes with roasted duck and pork.
The inner Korean in me wants to make everything look pretty and presentable. Yes. Well, how about that?
I was very happy with the amount of meat that I got, so this is already a great start.
Let's have some of that duck with the noodles. So in Southeast Asia, especially in places with more Chinese influence, you see a lot of roasted pork belly like this, and of course roasted duck.
I felt like the noodle itself can improve a little, like some parts were more cooked than the others, but I was very happy with their meat.
Yeah, these are just really amazing. Do you guys see how the skin is like seasoned and super crispy? That part almost feels like a cracker, and it's really good.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that this is like delicious. Like, this is really good for a food court stuff.
Okay, there was a good amount of Asian food. Now I want to go international again. How about I try some KFC?
It was pretty similar to the American KFC. They had a few things that are original to Singapore, so I decided to try those first.
There's my mala gold spice chicken that was about $4.60 a piece, which is kind of crazy. And that's onde egg tart. The name sounds very funny. And this is the famous potato bowl. I mean, yes, things are pretty expensive in Singapore, but I feel like over $4 for a piece of chicken, that's starting to become a little insane. This will have to be very good.
So this is supposed to have that tingling mala flavor, which is very popular almost anywhere in Asia. So does it have that?
It has that mala flavor, but not much of that tingling sensation, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And the skin of the chicken, rather than crispy, it feels more hard. I mean, I'd rather not say negative things about food, but I've had better chicken before. Yeah, I would say this isn't horrible. The mala flavor is kind of fun, but it's more gimmicky than good. And me, I'm the kind of guy that likes good old values, the foundation. That being said, I just get their standard chicken. All right, let's have this thing that might be a little more original. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. Oh, this entire thing is mashed potatoes with, I believe that's popcorn chicken, and some melted cheese and gravy. Okay, the texture of the mashed potatoes is very nice and creamy. I would say it's pretty good. It is nice to have that chicken with it too. This probably has like 2 whole potatoes.
So this is good. I just felt like not a lot of people have the appetite for this much of mashed potatoes in one sitting. However, it would be really amazing if you're very hungry.
I think most people will be satisfied with a scoop of this. I'm gonna try this funny colored egg tart.
So onde onde is this rice bowl with molten palm sugar in it and grated coconut on top. It has Javanese origin, so you could say it's Indonesian.
I guess this is kind of like a fusion homage to that. I'm glad that KFC is bringing some American spirit here. Too much sugar, but how's that bad, right? Only bad for your body.
To be honest, aside from the coconut flavor, it wasn't too far from a typical egg tart. But egg tarts are good, so this is good too.
You know what I noticed in Singapore? You as a customer, you don't really recycle here, which is very unexpected. I guess Singapore has their Singlish-speaking fairies doing the recycling for them. There is another franchise here that is very popular locally. And guess what? I found it. It's called Old Chang Kee. Been around for some time. And it looks like they sell mostly deep fried snacks here. Can I get 1 curry o? So it comes in this little paper bag.
So typically a curry puff has chicken, curry, potatoes and other things in it, and it comes in this pastry.
So the surface just kind of feels like a pie. It doesn't taste sweet or anything, it's just kind of bland, maybe a little savory. Looks like it's mostly egg and potato.
If I had to be overly critical, the pastry wasn't like super crispy. It was kind of soggy and it was reaching the room temperature. Maybe I was just unlucky and got an old batch, but I won't lie, it was still satisfying enough as a snack.
After eating salty food all day, I became a little dehydrated, especially in this weather. So I think some juice from this place would be nice. The fruits here look really good and the price range was quite premium. There's this one really hard-working lady here. All right. I feel like it was mostly just avocado and coconut. Here's a straw, and you guys know what I do with this. Full penetration and no hesitation.
So it was literally just blended avocado and coconut. I asked for 0 sugar, so it wasn't sweet at all.
This tastes impossibly healthy.
So something that I've noticed about Singapore is that they have a lot of extremely healthy options when it comes to food. It's kind of similar to my experience in the US where if you pay a lot of money, there are a lot of healthy dining options.
Oh, that's so funny. I found a Vivaya store here. I got my shoes sponsored by them, so I'm actually wearing them right now. Okay, I think there was enough food for 1 meal. Overall, I feel like they have a great variety and pretty good quality. And surprisingly, not everything is insanely expensive. I thought in Singapore, everything was expensive. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please go ahead and watch my other videos too. If you guys feel like there are other things that I have to try in Singapore, just let me know down in the comments, okay?